All right, the first thing that we need to do is to work on the configurations. This allows you to set certain settings for the front end of the website. So once you've gone to components, Jomsocial, you want to click on configurations. In the configurations tab, there are different things that you have to set. So let's go through each section one by one. First, let's start with the site. This is the front end of the site. And you have reporting. There are times when, people post certain pictures, certain words, or certain things that you don't want, and this allows for that to be reported. So every time someone clicks on report, and I'll show you that on the front end later on, then this comes to you. Where it says enable reporting, you want to check that to yes. For the task, you can just leave that at 50. For the send notifications, so wherever you want this particular notifications to go for those reports, you can put that email there. So email at yourcompany.com. Alright, allow guests to report. This means that guests can view something and are able to report, whether it's a picture, inappropriate words, or something. But for this, you would normally set this to disallow, because the purpose of this again is for you to create a member-based site. And then of course you can just leave this as they are right there. All right, for the advanced search, do you want to allow guests to perform advanced search? You want to leave that to no. Sometimes you may want to leave that to yes based on your type of network, but usually you want to keep this to no, because once again the point of this site is to encourage people to join your community. And then allow email search, respect privacy. That's going to be based on the privacy settings. And next you want the cron jobs, which I am going to go over later on. So for now, just leave the settings as they are, and I'll teach you later how to set up your cron jobs. Alright, for registration, do you want to enable terms and conditions? You want to certainly make sure you have that yes, and then you can type in whatever conditions you have. So whenever someone creates their account, in order for them to create their account, they would have to accept your terms and conditions. And it's very important that you have terms and conditions, because this allows people to know exactly what they can or cannot do, so that whatever they accept into, then you have the permission to go forth there. And then the reCAPTCHA, you also want to make sure that you set that to yes, because there are times when you create a network and you don't have anything there, and people just come in and post a whole bunch of nonsense there. This helps to minimize all that unnecessary crazy pictures, or people sometimes join your site just to post spam. So you want to set that to yes, and if you do set that to yes, you need to get the reCAPTCHA public key and private key. You get that from Google. So you go to google.com/reCAPTCHA/admin, or you can just go to Google and just type in the reCAPTCHA. Once you've done that, you want to make sure that you put in your name, your website name .com. Alright, with this asking, enable this on all domains. If you're going to have this on subdomains as well, you want to make sure that you check this. But if you're going to have it just for this the main domain, then you can leave that on check. In most cases, you just leave that on check. So once you're done, you click on create key, and Google is going to generate this keys that you're going to need for this section. So for the public key, you want to grab this public key, just copy, paste. For the private key, and paste. Allow profile deletion. Do you want to allow people to delete their profile? Of course you can set that to yes or no, but I'm just leaving it yes for now. And for the capture theme, leave it at that. And for the allowed domains, leave that blank. And sometimes if you have certain domains that you want to disallow, you put that there. But for the most part, just leave these two as they are right now. And then if you come to the activities tab, This here is asking, activity display on the front end, which doesn't have anything right now, but once you put something there, it's going to display all the activities. And what this is asking is, how do you want to display this? You want to do not respect privacy. Of course, you want to definitely respect, users' privacy. And you want to open the link in a new tab, or if you want to open it in the same tab, you can lift that to no. Everyone can comment, and you go through the basic filtering. You can lift this to yes. And for the likes and ratings, it's asking you, do you want people to be able to like a group, like a photo, like a profile? So you want to definitely lift that to yes. And then you come here where it says front page title. Now let me show you this here. If you look at the browser title, you notice that it says welcome to Jomsocial. And what you want to do is you want to change that. You want to change that to whatever your community is, or whatever your website is about. Alright, I'm just gonna put that, and then redirect successful. When someone logs in, where do you want them to go? So you can leave those two as they are. So if they log in or log out, is going to send them to the profile page, and once they log out, it sends them to the home page. And you want to leave the settings to yes, and leave everything exactly how it is for now. Of course, you can change this to copyright. For the emails, you want to put your your company's name there, or your website name. And for the status, normally Twitter and normally has about 140 characters or so, but you have the flexibility here. When Facebook first started, I believe they had about 140 as well, but they've extending it so you can add a little bit more. So when people are creating their statuses, how many words, how many characters do you want them to be able to put there? You can leave this at 400 for now, and if you see that there's a need to expand more, to add more, then of course you can do that. And for the multiple profiles, you can leave this to yes. And what this means is that when you're creating a site, sometimes you want to have different accounts for different people. So let's say you're creating a website about starting an online business. So you want to create a different profile for new businesses, for existing businesses, for entrepreneurs, and so on and so forth. When you click yes, this allows you to be able to create multiple profiles. So when a person creates an account on your site, they can be able to choose their account type. And this also helps you to understand who is in different groups. So for those who have a new business, when a person creates a new website, create a new account, they can select new business. So every time that a person joins your site and they're part of the new business group, then you're going to be able to see that their profile type are those for new businesses. And for later on, another course, I'm going to teach you how you can be able to use all that. Just like LinkedIn has that same feature where it lets you choose your type of business. So for lock profile, you want to keep this to no. So now that we've done with the site, next we're going to take a look at the media.